I don't like the C8 Corvette. There, I said it. Okay, I have to start off and say, first of all, if you love the C8 Corvette, no hate to you at all. You know, I understand why people love this car so much. It's just not for me. I just don't like the body of this generation, the fact that they tried to make it so exotic, and I don't like the mid-engine platform. So let's start there. I know one of Corvette's original visionaries, Zora Arkazdunov, always wanted the car to go mid-engine, so historically this change is pretty cool, but I much prefer the front-engine configuration. I think it was Enzo Ferrari who said that the horse should be pulling the car. You know, and I generally agree with this theory. But also aesthetically, I just like the way the longer hood looks on a front-engine platform. Check out, for example, the long flowing hood of a C5. It just goes on for days. With a C8, it just looks short and stubby from the front. You lose that long, sleek nose look. Now, some people don't like the C8s because they think they're not how a Corvette is supposed to look, but that's not what I'm saying. I really don't care about stuff like that. I don't agree that every generation of car needs to look like its previous models. But the C8 just looks like a rougher edged, less thought out version of a Ferrari, which I dislike for two reasons. The first reason is I just don't like the way they blatantly tried to copy a Ferrari. The second reason is I also think the car just looks too angled and mean. To me, Corvettes used to feel sleek and muscular, and the C8 feels like there's too much going on and not enough going on at the same time. Now let's talk about the interior. I do love how driver focused the cockpit is. That part is really cool. But again, it just feels like it's trying so hard to be exotic. And you know, interior wise, GM has never exactly been known for their luxury. And I like that. I typically like the simplicity and rawness of earlier generation Corvettes. And I know some people are expecting me to harp on the fact that the C8 doesn't offer a manual transmission, and younger me would agree with you, but I don't really think you need a manual transmission, especially in this fast of a car. So that point doesn't bother me. But again, with that dual clutch automatic, it just takes away that rawness. Also taking away from the rawness, and this might strike you as a strange thing for me to say in this video, I think the C8 is too good. Yeah, you heard me right. Because of the engineering and refinement of these cars, they handle well, they stay planted, anyone can drive them fast, but that's stupid. Sports cars are supposed to be rough, they're supposed to scare you, they're supposed to feel like you're always on the edge. Again, I want cars to always be evolving and changing and refining, but this refinement just feels like it's in the wrong direction. Now, performance, there's just no argument. The new Z06 and Z01 are absolute beasts. I can't argue with this, but this is how much styling matters to me. I would 100% take a C7 Grand Sport over a C8 ZR1. That is a slower car, lower trim, less power, just because I like the way it looks better. I'm gonna take this to a very far extreme. I know the C4 Corvette gets a lot of hate, and I'm gonna make a separate video on that, but I will say this with 100% confidence. I will take a base C4 Corvette over any C8 Corvette any day of the week, including Thursday. Call me crazy, call me whatever you want, but that's my honest opinion. Now listen, the C8 is probably the best Corvette ever made from a performance standpoint. When the ZR1 came out, I was watching videos on it. I was obsessed with the engineering and power. It should and probably will go down in history as one of the greatest Corvettes. It's just not the Corvette I like. And for me, what I like is much more important than what you like. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments how much you disagree with me.